Hello again and welcome to Adams Cable Friday Night Football. And today from the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale, we feature a Lackawanna Football Conference Division III Week 4 matchup as the Holy Cross Crusaders take on the Carbondale Area Chargers. All brought to you tonight by Adams Cable Service, by the Comfort Doctors, T.E. Spall & Son, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, by Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center. Also brought to you by NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield, by Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Nick's Excavating and Paving, by McGovern Insurance Agency. Also brought to you by Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street. And your starting lineups for today's game, presented by Roselle Department Store. Alongside my colleague Glenn Muskowski and Claire Seymour working camera for Adams Cable, and Carly Allison from Adams Cable handling our live stream, I'm Steve Young. Welcome to our broadcast tonight here in Carbondale. It's a beautiful night for high school football as the Chargers and the Crusaders will go head-to-head here in week number 4 of high school football. Well, after an opening night loss to Lakeland 52-14, Carbondale kicks off week 4, riding a 2-game winning streak. They posted road victories over Nanticoke Area and Holy Redeemer, 2 teams that are searching for their first win. And coming up in weeks 5, 7, and 8, the Chargers will have home field advantage against their toughest competition since week 1 as they take on Lackawanna Trail and Riverside along with Dunmore. 2 of the 3 games will have Lackawanna Football Conference Division III title implications on the line and will clearly define the Chargers' 2025 identity. Joined by Glenn Muskowski. Glenn, big game here tonight for Carbondale. They want to try to keep their winning streak alive tonight against the Crusaders.
Well, certainly, Steve. They struggle a little bit. I wonder if how prepared they were for that first game. It was a little tough game against Lakeland, who's a very, very good team. And we're going to have them in a couple weeks, a couple games. So it's going to be good. Carbondale has to play well today. They need to keep rolling. It's like just like last year where they lost to Lakeland, strung out a lot of games, ended up with I think it was a 6-4 record, and they're good on the same line, going straight again. Let's see what they can do. It should be a good game.
Well, here we go as the Crusaders will kick off to the Carbondale Area Chargers, and we are underway. Pretty good kick, and on the run from the 30-yard line. This will be Carbondale Area returning the football, and Crusaders are right there defensively. And we will have the Carbondale Area Chargers taking possession of the football here tonight for the first time in the contest. We'll have your starting lineups brought to you by the Roselle Department Store in Carbondale. Roselle offers apparel for the entire family and is your #1 source for school clothing, including uniforms for LaSalle and Holy Cross, and a great selection of spirit wear for Carbondale Area, Lakeland, Forest City, and Valley View. Check out Roselle for professional laundry and dry cleaning services. Or if you're attending a formal affair or a special event, let the experience of Sam Kalura work for you with a perfectly tailored tuxedo by Sarno & Son. Carbondale Area with Bicchetti rolling out, dumps off the pass, and they have a first down. Buy more, spend less, and look great, all in it at incredible value and style at Roselle Department Store in Carbondale. Your starting lineup for the Chargers: Keegan Kuna at tight end. At split end, David Myers, Parker Merce-Davitt at left tackle, Mason Travis at right tackle, Jaden Keller at left guard, Chase Roach at right guard, Matteo Spinelli at center, Cole Bicchetti at quarterback, Cole Balderas at fullback, Francisco Roman lines up at tailback, and Caden Voglino at flanker. First down and 10 from midfield for Carbondale Area, as they will run out of the I formation and they will hand it off, and this will be Francisco Roman with the football.
The ball carrier, first down.
And Carbondale Area has another all-important first down. Now for the Carbondale Area Chargers, they lost the services of Mason Voglino. He is out for the season with an ACL tear. That happened in the second quarter of last week's 46-13 win over Holy Redeemer. So Roman will be the go-to guy at tailback, and he's put up some good numbers thus far coming into this game, Glenn. 31 attempts, 298 yards, 5 touchdowns. New set of downs for Carbondale area from the Holy Cross 33-yard line. This time they will go inside, and there's a big hole in Carbondale area at the 10 with the football, and that was Cole Balderas carrying the football in a couple of plays, and the Chargers are knocking on the door with the football lined up just inside the Holy Cross 5-yard line.
That's a great run. I mean, he was at full speed on in his second step. He broke a tackle and 25 yards.
So the Carbondale area Chargers now with a 1st and goal from the Holy Cross 4-yard line. Cole Bicchetti, the sophomore, will run the Charger offense. And the handoff will go to the tailback.
Roman.
And the Chargers have the touchdown. Francisco Roman scores from 4 yards away, and Carbondale area very quickly gets on the scoreboard as they take the early lead over the Crusaders of Holy Cross. Now coming on for the point after touchdown is Levi Gabriel out of the hold of Francisco Roman. And Gabriel's kick is no good. So we have a break in the action. 9:44 to play here in the first quarter. And the Chargers jump out on top 6-0 over Holy Cross on Adams Cable Friday Night Football.
Today, we customize everything. So why not customize your video choices with Echo Stream, the full-featured video service powered by Adams Broadband. Just install the Echo Stream app on your compatible streaming devices. Then watch with features like Look Back and Restart, plus Cloud DVR to record all of your favorite programs. Powered by fast, reliable Adams Broadband and smart Wi-Fi. Customize your video. Call or visit adamscable.com to sign up.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son have been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 40 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall.
Welcome back to the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale. Alongside Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young, great to have you with us tonight. As Carbondale marches down the field and they punch it in for a touchdown. Extra point by Gabriel was off the mark. Carbondale now will tee it up and kick off to Holy Cross. Holy Cross comes in with an overall mark of 1 win and 2 losses. The Chargers at 2-1 overall. And Gabriel's kick, line drive shot, bouncing at about the 20. And on the return for Holy Cross, not a bad return out to the 28-yard line. Chris Transu, the man who returned the football for the Crusaders. And Holy Cross will go on the offensive attack for the first time in the ball game. 1st down and 10. And the football marked at about the 29-yard line of the Crusaders. Their quarterback, Chase Rutkowski, the freshman, he is 5'10", 155 pounds. He'll set them down, and they will go with the running attack as they go off left tackle.
Hard to catch that number.
Gain about 4, 2nd down.
Well, as we near the 9-minute mark on the Call Spall scoreboard, beautiful night for high school football as Holy Cross will face 3rd down and 6 yards to go. And Holy Cross now once again going to the tailback, and he will go off the right side for a couple of yards on the play.
Kevin Vincent on the carry.
Jonathan Mills, the first carrier, Steve. It's hard to see the number, but
So Mills getting the call for the Holy Cross Crusaders. And that will bring up 3rd down and 6 yards to go. We'll have your call Spall weather coming up for you in just a moment. 3rd down and 3 for the Crusaders from their own 36-yard line. And this time penalty markers will come out on the play.
Flag prior to the snap.
Now we'll wait for the official word.
Can be a false start on the Crusaders, 5-yard penalty.
So that will set the Crusaders back 5 yards. Your call Spall game time weather. Currently it is 70 degrees. Beautiful night for high school football. Humidity is at 61% and the winds are out of the north-northeast at 2 miles per hour. And that is your call Spall game time weather here in Carbondale on this Friday night. So it's 3rd down and 8 yards to go for Holy Cross. They've scored a total of 38 points while allowing 106. They're averaging about 13 points a ball game.
It seems like there's a lot of confusion out there. I thought they were calling a timeout. They didn't.
Yeah,
I think the referee's mic is still on, too.
Yeah, could be. Luca Berardi is a wideout at the bottom of your screen. And it will be Rutkowski under pressure, and he's taken down on the play by a host of Carbondale defensive linemen. Chase Roach led the way there defensively for the Chargers. Chase Roach, 5'11", 260 pounds, and a junior.
Good defensive effort by Carbondale, not giving Holy Cross much room to run.
Now it looks like Jonathan Mills is on to punt for the Holy Cross Crusaders, and 2 are deep for Carbondale area. So high snap from center, and he gets away a booming kick with a lot of hang time. And at the 43-yard line, Chargers will have the football from that point. 1st down and 10. The official spot will be at the 44.
It's nice to have those shirts for the day that we're celebrating the first responders, but it's not good for seeing what number they wear.
Yeah, those jerseys with the red numbers are very difficult to see. Now, Holy Cross with those white jerseys, they're a little better. So, second possession for Carbondale as they are up 6-0 on the call Spall scoreboard with just under 7 minutes to play. And Carbondale area will go back to work with a 1st down at their own 44. And Bicchetti off the play fake will go on the far side of the field, and that pass falls incomplete.
Pass is incomplete, intended for Cole Balderas.
Cole Balderas, the intended receiver, right in front of the Holy Cross bench.
That play didn't look good from the very beginning. Well defended by Holy Cross.
Second down play coming up for the Chargers as Matteo Spinelli will lead Carbondale to the line of scrimmage. And Bicchetti will hand it off as they keep it on the ground, and Carbondale, the Crusader defense was right there.
It was swarming defense that time. Very good defensive effort by the front line of Holy Cross.
Greg Novak along with Brandon Fadel combining on the stop for the Crusaders. Good job defensively. And the Chargers now facing 3rd down and 9 from their own 45. As Bicchetti will survey the defense of the Holy Cross Crusaders. McKetty with time, fires downfield, and this pass is incomplete. David Myers, the intended receiver.
David Myers.
He was there. He was open, but it just overthrown a bit.
Punting situation for Levi Gabriel of Carbondale. Here comes the rush, and it looked like it was partially blocked. Holy Cross should get good field position.
Punt is blocked.
And they will have the football just near midfield. Slow developing play.
A young punter took too much time. Right? He had the ball plenty of time. He just took too much time before he punted the ball. He'll learn. You don't want that to happen too often.
And with just under 6 minutes remaining here in quarter number 1, the Crusaders back on the offensive attack as Matt Dick will lead Carbondale to the line of scrimmage. He is a Carbondale resident. Actually, Glenn, a neighbor of mine. 5'11", 200-pound sophomore. Also from Carbondale, Dean Musho. As the Crusaders will run the football, and they will try to go off left tackle and pick up a couple on the play.
Hand off to Kevin Vincent.
Kevin Vincent is a 6 foot, 175-pound senior.
Second down.
So what a beautiful night we have here in Carbondale for this Week 4 matchup between the Crusaders and the Chargers. We'll see what head coach Joe Giorgio will call here on second down and about 7. And Holy Cross will run the football, and getting the call was Kevin Vincent once again.
Running hard.
Brings up a third down.
He'll cross the line. Holy Cross has a little bit of size. Brandon Fidel is 310 pounds. Bruce Conrad is 220. Matt Dick is 200 pounds at center. Greg Novak, the right guard, is 245. So they do have some size across that offensive line. Big third down play right now for Holy Cross. Rutkowski will hand it off. Vincent has it, turns the corner. He has the first down, and more inside Carbondale area territory. Finally caught near the 28-yard line.
It will result in a Crusader first down.
Well, if you're Carbondale, you cannot take this game lightly. Carbondale has had, after Lakeland, they've had a relatively easy schedule. Nanacoke area and Holy Redeemer. Now, Holy Redeemer plays an independent schedule, and both teams are still looking for their first victory this year. And Holy Cross now has something going with a first down at the Charger 28. And now they will run the football once again, and
30.
That is Chris Transu, and he will take it all the way for a 28-yard touchdown.
That was an excellent one. Good blocking on the right side.
Touchdown Crusaders.
So Holy Cross ties Carbondale right now with 4:01 to play here in quarter number 1. And we'll see if they will elect to go for the extra point, which they will, and try to take the lead over Carbondale. Xander Schaefer out of the hold of Chase Rutkowski. And here's the kick. And Holy Cross has the lead as we go to a break on Adams Cable Friday Night Football.
When you need collision repair, rely on Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center to restore your vehicle to its original condition. Beston's is a full-service, state-of-the-art collision repair center where customer satisfaction is the #1 priority. Their motto at Beston's, every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. Beston's Collision Center in Carbondale, the trusted name in collision repair in northeastern Pennsylvania. What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team at NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS, Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable.
Welcome back to Carbondale and the Andrew J. Sarah Sports Complex. 4:01 left to play here in this first quarter, and Holy Cross is up by 1 over the Carbondale area Chargers. Now here is your kickoff, and it's a pretty good one, and from the 23-yard line on the run, the Chargers will take it out to the 43-yard line. And that was Francisco Roman on the return for Carbondale.
Frank Roman on the return for the Chargers. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So Carbondale area here will go back to work, operating from their own 41-yard line, 1st down and 10.
You're right, Steve. Carbondale cannot take this game lightly. They haven't been tested since Lakeland, and they have to put this the pedal to the metal and get going.
Carbondale will keep the football on the ground, and they lost.
Oh, how about that?
A little toss. Was that a toss or an actual fumble?
That was a fumble.
That was a fumble, but it goes right into the hands of Keegan Kuna, so no damage done. They actually gain a lot of yardage, and they will be now in a short yardage situation. And on the College Ball scoreboard here in the first quarter, 3.5 minutes to play in quarter number 1. Great to have you with us tonight. Next week, the Carbondale area Chargers will be at home as they will take on the Dunmore Bucks. But right now, they have their hands full with the Crusaders. 2nd and 2 coming up. Kuna in motion, movement on the line.
It just doesn't seem like they're ready for some reason. There's a lot of confusion out there for the Carbondale tonight.
That's a 5-yard penalty. So Bicchetti comes over to the near sideline as the play will be sent in.
Start on the Chargers, 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
2nd and 7. As Bicchetti will survey the Crusader defense. Kuna in motion. They'll hand it off to the first man through Balderas, and he is across midfield into Crusader territory.
Brought down by Henry Selesky.
Carbondale area averaging 33 points a game offensively. A little deceiving because of those 2 games against Nanacoke and Holy Redeemer.
Very good for a Charger 1st down.
But for the most part, if you can get if the Chargers, Glenn, can get their offense on track, they could be very dangerous.
Yeah, they're very quick, and they just need to get something settled here. They look very unorganized.
And this time the give will be to Frank
May
Roman.
not catch
He
him.
has a lot of speed, and there he
May
goes.
not catch him.
Roman along the near sideline, caught inside
Down
the 5.
sideline. Brought down just short. It'll be a 1st and goal.
What was that? They were at midfield?
They were
48.
They were at the 48.
48? Okay, 46-yard run.
Well, getting Roman into the lineup has paid dividends for the Chargers. That happened in the Lakeland game. We saw where they made a change and they put him in the lineup. And, boy, once he gets that football, he is full speed ahead.
He is full speed right on his first step.
On the College Ball scoreboard, 1.5 minutes left in quarter number 1. Roman takes the handoff and runs into a wall of Crusaders. Wow, what a great job.
Roman.
Picked up 1.
Jonathan Mills, one of the men who led the way defensively, along with Brandon Fidel. 2nd and goal from the 2 for Carbondale. Mateo Spinelli will lead the Chargers to the line of scrimmage. As Bicchetti will give it to Roman, and Roman will bang in for a 2-yard touchdown.
Frank Roman.
Carbondale area regains the lead 12-7 over the Crusaders. Carbondale with the lead. Now the Chargers taking some time talking it over. And they are going to go for 2. As Bicchetti will hand it off, and no, he will keep, and he will sweep to the right side of the end zone and go into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. With 40 seconds to play in quarter number 1 on the Call Small scoreboard, the Chargers take the lead 14-7 over Holy Cross as we go to a break on Adams Cable Friday Night Football.
When it comes to Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale is committed to providing professional service in residential and commercial excavating, land clearing and demolition, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Enhance your property with new paving and seal coating, mulch, or stone. For expert service on your next project, count on Nick's Excavating and Paving Carbondale.
Welcome back to Carbondale and the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex. Chargers up by 7, and the kickoff by Gabriel will bouncing around, still bouncing around, and the special teams from Carbondale right there as Chris Transu caught the football but had nowhere to go. It was bouncing around and nobody picked it up.
Steve, going back to that last touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and you could see the speed that Bicchetti has. He needs to get into the offense a little bit more with his speed. I believe that the coaches know that, so they're going to get him the ball. He's a kind of a runner that was forced to be a quarterback last year, and he's doing a great job. But
actually, Glenn, he has been a little banged up after that Lakeland game. He was banged up, sure. So they might be using him a little more sparingly, as Holy Cross will try to go with the ground game, and there's nothing. There's the Charger defense was right there to shut it down. Jeriel Galarza, the 6'2", 240-pound sophomore, right there to make the tackle.
On the stop for the Chargers.
And with the final 10 seconds winding down here in Carbondale on the Call Small scoreboard, that is the end of quarter number 1 with Carbondale leading Holy Cross 14-7 here on Adams Cable Friday Night Football.
Insurance is more than just a policy. It's knowing that you are properly covered to protect all the assets you have worked so hard to acquire over the years. For over 50 years, McGovern Insurance has fulfilled the needs and expectations of families and businesses in the greater Carbondale area. McGovern Insurance Agency specializes in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. Call for a competitive quote and superior service at 282-1170. Your protection comes first at McGovern Insurance Agency, 26th Avenue, Carbondale. Providing the ultimate in professional service is a tradition at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, Carbondale. For more than 50 years, families in Carbondale and its surrounding area have used our 2 Hospital Street and 74 North Main Street locations for a traditional service, cremation or memorial services, or a service of personal preference. Contact Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated to handle every detail.
Welcome back to more Adams Cable Friday Night Football. Great to have you with us for this Week 4 matchup between the Crusaders and the Chargers. Second quarter just getting underway on the College Ball scoreboard. And the Chargers up 14-7 as Holy Cross now will face second down and 10 from their own 24. As Chase Rutkowski, the freshman quarterback, will run the offense. And they will go with the toss play.
I think
that was Vincent. Kevin Vincent getting the call. 6 foot, 175-pound senior.
It'll bring up third down.
The Holy Cross, they've struggled offensively. And keep in mind, two of their key players are not in the lineup tonight. Leland Wodarski, a senior, 5'10", 190, and Aiden Wodarski, he's a senior, 35 attempts, 222 yards, and 4 touchdowns, and he has accounted for 24 of the Crusaders' points this year. They are both out of action with injuries. So there is a timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here. And remind you, the officials for tonight's game: the referee is Jack Loomis, the umpire is Bill Legg, Chris Burke is the head linesman, the line judge is Drew Loomis, Tony Blazier is the side judge, and the field judge is Chris Snyder.
few names from the past in there.
There you go.
A couple the officials also officiate basketball and are very good basketball officials also.
3rd down and 2 for Holy Cross. Coached by Joe Giorgio in his 5th season. As Chase Rutkowski will survey the Charger defense. Rutkowski will hand it off and
Fumble
on the play. They lost it.
Looks like Carbondale got it.
I think Carbondale has recovered it.
Recovered by the Chargers.
So some tough defense by Carbondale results in a turnover, and the Chargers will have the football in great field position as they will have it at the Holy Cross 25-yard line.
Boy, that's a tough break. You're just starting to move the ball a little bit. You score a touchdown and you come back, and that's tough.
Yeah, that definitely hurts when you turn over the football, especially if a team can capitalize on it. Now as Cole Bichetti will drop back to throw. He sets. He fires downfield. He has a man open. There's a flag in the end zone.
Incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
Steve, we could have thrown a flag from here.
Yeah, Luca Berardi. I almost did. Luca Berardi, the free safety, guilty of the infraction in the end zone. So that will hurt Holy Cross as they're right in the game against the Chargers, but this will give Carbondale area excellent field position.
But look at this now. Let's see where they're going to start from the line of scrimmage. Is that going to be 15? I'm sure it's going to be 15. But if they don't do that, that's a touchdown. So I don't know. You call it a good play or a bad play. It's probably a bad play because the guy was open. Good play, he doesn't get in the end zone.
As Bichetti on 1st down will hand it off, and the Carbondale area Chargers will take it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown Chargers.
Hard to see the number.
Caden Baglino on the carry.
Now that was Caden Baglino taking it in for the Chargers. And they now lead Holy Cross 20-7 with 11:25 to play here in this first half on the Cole Spall scoreboard. And Carbondale will go for 2 here. Now for Holy Cross, they're going to have to play some defense now and hope to get the ball back when they get the ball after they shut this down. That was a great job by the Crusaders defensively. Coming up to make that tackle was Luca Berardi, the free safety for the Holy Cross defense. So there's a break in the action with the Chargers up 20-7 over Holy Cross as we go to a break.
Today, we customize everything. So why not customize your video choices with Echo Stream, the full-featured video service powered by Adams Broadband. Just install the Echo Stream app on your compatible streaming devices. Then watch with features like Look Back and Restart, plus Cloud DVR to record all of your favorite programs. Powered by fast, reliable Adams Broadband and smart Wi-Fi. Customize your video. Call or visit adamscable.com to sign up.
Well, the Carbondale area Chargers taking advantage of every opportunity, and now they lead the Crusaders of Holy Cross 20-7. Carbondale will tee up the football as Levi Gabriel will do the honors as he will set it on the tee and maybe take 10 steps back to the 30, and 2 are deep for the Holy Cross Crusaders. That's a spinner that will bounce at the 21-yard line. And for the Holy Cross Crusaders, wow, they dodge a bullet. Chris Transu had it on his fingertips, lost it, and then fell on it. So no damage done, and the Crusaders will set up shop offensively. First down and 10, as the official spot of the football will be near the Crusader 25.
They were lucky. It's lucky just to fall on that. If you don't have it, you better fall on it.
Now for Glenn, you take a look at Holy Cross, a small school. Low numbers on the roster. Their male enrollment, 122. Carbondale area, they are a 3A school. Male enrollment, 291. So that pretty much, tells the story there. I mean, you get a couple of players injured when you're a small school, and boy, that can make for a tough season. Yeah. Now, on this handoff, it's Kevin Vincent getting the call, and he is shut down by the Charger defense.
On the play.
Now, right there defensively was Cole Balderas in the mix.
We'll bring up second down.
Chase Roach also in the mix for the Chargers. Minute gone by here in quarter number 2. Great to have you with us for Adams Cable Friday Night Football. Boy, beautiful night. Nice weekend. We have everything going on. High school football, Major League Baseball, season winding down, pennant races, college football. It's a great time of the year, September. Second and 10. Oh.
Can't do it out there. No protection from the official.
Ball starts on the Crusaders, 5-yard penalty. Remaining second down.
So the 5-yarders will move it back to the 20-yard line and bring up second down and 15 for Holy Cross. This time, Rutkowski out of the gun, forced to scramble, lets it fly, and throws an interception right into the hands of a Charger defensive back. And coming up with that interception for Carbondale was Caden Fitzgerald.
Caden Fitzgerald on the catch.
Fitzgerald was right there for the interception, and that will set up Carbondale in excellent field position.
That's a prime example of trying to do too much too late.
Yeah, he was under a lot of pressure, forced to give up the football, and Fitzgerald was right there to pick it off, and with 10:04 to play here in the first half on the Call Spall scoreboard, Carbondale goes back to work with the football, first down and 10 from the Crusader 17-yard line. As Cole Bichetti will set them down, and he will drop back to throw. A lot of time. Lets it fly, and he's got a man open for the touchdown. Wide open in the end zone was Keegan Kuna. Looked like Keegan Kuna. And it's 26-7. Well, Chargers scoring quickly and on every possession. And now, Levi Gabriel for the point after touchdown. Out of the hold of Bichetti, and this kick is blocked.
The point is no good.
The timing is not there. The timing is not there, therefore the kick is a little low.
Well, with just under 10 minutes to play here in this first half, Chargers 26 and Holy Cross 7 as we go to a break on Adams Cable Friday Night Football.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son have been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 40 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall. When you need collision repair, rely on Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center to restore your vehicle to its original condition. Beston's is a full-service, state-of-the-art collision repair center where customer satisfaction is the #1 priority. Their motto at Beston's, every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. Beston's Collision Center in Carbondale, the trusted name in collision repair in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Back in Carbondale at the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex, Chargers out to a 26-7 advantage over Holy Cross. Taking advantage of a Crusader turnover, and Levi Gabriel will tee it up and kick off to the Crusaders. This is a good kick. And coming to the near side of the field, Crusaders
good
with
return.
a pretty good
Nice
return
return.
out across the 40.
Kick is returned by Jonathan Mills.
That was Mills on the return for Holy Cross. And they will bring their offensive unit back out onto the football field. They have a lot of work to do, trying to get back on track after numerous turnovers. And they had one good offensive drive, and they put up 7 points, Glenn, but their defense has kind of let them down here, and turnovers have hurt. Penalties have not helped.
You know, you give the quarterback a lot of credit for trying to make something out of nothing, but sometimes you just have to eat the ball and take what you get. That was a tough defender was right there. Should have just fell to the ground and taken the loss.
Crusaders with the first down play. Wardkowski lets it fly, and this might be a good catch. Vincent on a slant pattern comes up with it near midfield.
On the reception.
Great job by Kevin Vincent on the reception.
Good, very nice play.
Well, this might come back, Glenn.
The whistle was before the play. There was a false start. It will remain first down.
So that hurts Holy Cross. They had a good play there from Rutkowski to Vincent, and it's nullified by a penalty. False start, moves it back 5, 1st and 15 now for Holy Cross from their own 35-yard line. Crusaders with freshman quarterback Chase Rutkowski, and another flag.
Flag on the play.
After the snap. Wow.
False start again.
Those penalties will definitely bring you down, and that's another 5-yarder.
Five penalties on Holy Cross for 35 yards already.
So right now, the Crusaders with a first down and 20 yards to go. Here on Salute to Service Night in the Pioneer City. Rutkowski will dump it off. It goes to Vincent, and Vincent will take it for about a 5 or 6 yard gain.
Pass is complete to Vincent. Second down.
Holy Cross really does miss the services of Aiden Wodarski, 5'10", 180-pound senior tailback, who has rushed for over 200 yards this year and 4 touchdowns.
That's a lot out of your lineup.
Yeah, definitely. Nearing the 8-minute mark remaining here in Carbondale in the first half on the Colts Ball scoreboard. And Holy Cross facing second down and 15. Rutkowski rolling to the near side of the field, and he will let it fly, and
Rutkowski's pass incomplete.
incomplete, intended for Luca Berardi, sophomore, 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore.
Third and long for Holy Cross.
Coming up next after week 4 for Holy Cross, they will be at home taking on Columbia Montour Votech, and they will also play Holy Redeemer in their next game. So hopefully for Holy Cross, they'll get some of the injured players back into their lineup.
That's what they need.
Yeah.
You're right. With the small amount, the small enrollment, and the small amount coming out for the football team, it's tough to, someone gets hurt. Seems like every player is a key player in that situation.
Timeout by Holy Cross with 7:43 remaining in the first half on the Colts Ball scoreboard as we go to a break on Adams Cable Friday Night Football.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS, Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable.
Welcome back to Carbondale and our Salute to Service game, Holy Cross Crusaders and the Carbondale Area Chargers. 7:43 remaining here in this first half on the Colts Ball scoreboard, and it's third down and 15 for Holy Cross. As Rutkowski sets, fires, he's got a man open, and it's intercepted, picked off by Carbondale Area. And coming up with the football, let's take a look. Now the Chargers picked it off. Well, it was Myers picking it off. So the cornerback for Holy Cross comes up with the big interception, and the Chargers will go back on the offensive attack. Up 26-7. Carbondale offense and defense has played well thus far in the ballgame, putting pressure on Holy Cross. Now the Chargers back on the offensive attack. First down and 10. at the Crusader 33. Man will go in motion. Bichetti will hand it off. And they give it to the tailback. And
Roman on the carry.
Francisco Roman coming into this game. Just about 300 yards rushing. So Carbondale area really found something there when they put Roman in that backfield. He possesses great speed. Glenn, the minute he gets the football, he's off and running.
He is at full speed on his second step.
2nd and 2.
And he's short and he's hard to tackle. Shifty, fast.
2nd down and 2 for the Chargers. As Kuna goes in motion, they'll hand it to the first man through, and he will pick up the first down. Now you keep pounding that football, Glenn, you're going to wear a defense down.
Cole Balderas on the carry.
Cole Balderas getting
first down.
the call and picking up the first down for Carbondale. Chargers right now dominating the Crusaders as they will work the offense from the Holy Cross 15. And this time, Chargers go with the running attack.
14 on the play. Noah Probst in on the stop for the Crusaders.
So good job by the defense of Holy Cross. Brandon Fidel, wearing number 50, one of the defensive linemen there at the point of attack. And a 2-yard gain for Carbondale. 2nd and 8. And Carbondale once again just continuing to run the football and getting good blocking from the offensive line, and they keep pounding the football up the gut of the Holy Cross defense.
It's hard to see who the runner is, though. At the
That was fun. That was Caden Buglino. We have to wait a little bit, folks. Those jerseys are not kind to the people here in the booth tonight. And a break in the action. Timeout called by Carbondale with 5:12 to play in this first half on the Call Spall scoreboard as we go to a break.
When it comes to keeping your vehicle maintained and problem-free, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale has you covered. Call Jerry's for brake service, oil changes, state inspections, quality tires, wheel alignment, and rotation to enhance your vehicle's performance.
I'm Jerry Jablanowski. Call 282 Tire for dependable automotive service and name brand tires at Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale.
5:12 to play in this first half on the Call Spall scoreboard. Chargers up 26-7, looking for more as they will have the football first and goal from the Crusader 2-yard line. And Bichetti will survey the Crusader defense. Bichetti will hand it off to the first man through, and that looks like Balderas.
touchdown.
And it's good for a Charger touchdown. Cole Balderas plows in for a 2-yard touchdown, and the Chargers now increase their lead over Holy Cross 32-7.
Cole Balderas on the carry for the Chargers for the touchdown.
Now Levi Gabriel is on for the point after touchdown. Out of the hold of Bichetti, and this
Another one
a
blocked.
little low kick, another one blocked. And we have a timeout on the field. The Chargers up 32-7 over Holy Cross. We'll take a break and come right back with more Adams Cable Friday Night Football.
Nix Excavating and Paving of Carbondale is committed to providing professional service in residential and commercial excavating, land clearing and demolition, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Enhance your property with new paving and seal coating, mulch, or stone. For expert service on your next project, count on Nix Excavating and Paving Carbondale.
Welcome back to the Pioneer City of Carbondale for Adams Cable Friday Night Football. Great to have you with us. 5:06 remaining here in first half action, and it's been all Carbondale area leading the Holy Cross Crusaders 32-7. Levi Gabriel will tee up the football and kick off to the Crusaders to our deep. As Gabriel will let it go, and this football bouncing around, and Luca Berardi having some trouble with it, and now he gets away from the defenders and will carry the football out across the Holy Cross 30-yard line. Well, right here, Glenn, the Crusaders really need to get some kind of an offensive drive going.
Just get something going for a little bit.
Get something going, pick up some first downs, and sustain a drive and keep the football away from this Charger offense that has really done a good job thus far tonight. So from the, let's check this spot of the football officially at about the 33, and the Crusaders will go back to work offensively, first down and 10. Jonathan Mills is a wideout on the bottom of your screen as the Crusaders with Rutkowski handing it off, and it's Kevin Vincent getting the call. Not much there as he was taken down quickly.
No gain on the play.
Balderas was right in there in the mix defensively for the Chargers. Glenn had an opportunity today to say hello to an old friend, John Wilka from Carbondale.
Wow, I saw John Wilka about 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, he was in Weiss Markets. I had probably about a 15-minute good conversation. Yeah, he's a great guy. Saw
John briefly today at a farmer's market, and I know he's watching the game tonight. So, John, hope you're enjoying it. And if my memory is correct, Glenn, as Kevin Vincent will take the handoff and he will turn the corner and then is run out of bounds by the Charger defense. Pursuit there by David Myers, the weak side corner. If my memory is correct, and I hope this is right, I'm 99% sure. I think John, back in the day when he played the line for the Chargers, I think he wore number 75.
You could be. But John's a really tough guy. He's one of those weightlifters, Steve. I'm watching those weightlifters. I wouldn't think he'd be wearing number 3.
From the 44-yard line, Crusaders win the new set of downs and the toss play. And going around the corner is Chris Transu for Holy Cross. Or let's check that. Yes, it was Chris Transu, the sophomore.
On the carry. It'll bring up a second and short for the Crusaders.
So this is what the Crusaders need. They need to get that offense going and pick up a couple of first downs and sustain a drive, and they can get a little bit of momentum here going into halftime as we have just about 3.5 remaining.
If they can get out in the open field, they are pretty quick up by themselves. So,
And Brokowski, only a freshman, running the offense. They'll go on an inside handoff to Noah Davis, and Davis will carry the football up the gut of the Charger defense.
Good for a first down.
So the Crusaders now showing some signs of life. Crusaders with a new set of downs from the Charger 41. Rutkowski, toss play. Coming to the near side, Transu at the 40. Transu belted on the play at the 36-yard line. Pursued there by Cole Balderas, coming up to make the tackle.
Transu's not a bad runner himself, Steve.
Yeah.
He's
well, head coach Joe Giorgio.
41 yards and 4 carries.
Yeah, trying to find the right combinations. Due to the fact that Aiden Wodarski, their tailback, their leading rusher, not in the lineup tonight due to injury. Two wideouts on the top of your screen. As Rutkowski will hand it off, Vincent gets the call, belted on the play. What a tackle.
Stood him right up. Again, it's hard to see the numbers for Carbondale.
For Carbondale, that was Jaden Keller leading the way.
Thank God you have that screen.
Well, Glenn, it works. We need it here. You really need it at this field because you're
so
pretty far away. And, of course, for Carbondale, with those uniforms that they have on tonight, the numbers are not really clearly visible. 3rd down and 5 as we near 2 minutes left. On the call, small scoreboard. Rutkowski. That's a new quarterback in there, actually, for Holy Cross, Glenn. Tyler Kohut, sophomore, 6 foot, 175 pounds. So he is running the offense at this point. Well, if the Crusaders want to hit the end zone, they are going to have to move quickly. Clock now stopped with 1:23 remaining and a timeout called by Holy Cross. So we'll keep it right here.
They have a nice drive going, but
on the area with the timeout.
you got to continue to improve as if you're Holy Cross to keep the ball away from the mistakes. You don't want to make the mistakes that they're making. You know, and the interception was a second effort thing. You know,
right.
You can't fault the guy for trying to gain a few more yards, but there is a time when you just have to say, okay, that's it.
Now, as a freshman, he's a freshman quarterback. That's a learning experience, and that will all come with time. The more playing time you get, the more situations you will be in, and the more decisions you will make, and then you just get better at them. And of course, the game will slow down for Rutkowski too. You're a freshman. You're out there on the field in a varsity game, and things are moving.
Yeah, it's a big step from junior high to varsity.
Yes. So head coach Joe Giorgio in his 5th year took a timeout to talk it over with his offense. It is 1st down for the Crusaders. And Kohut will drop back, fires it, and the pass is complete to Noah Davis on the reception.
Kohut's pass is complete to Noah Davis for a short gain. 2nd down.
But as we mentioned, Holy Cross will have to go to like a hurry-up offense now if they want to get this football into the end zone. They're taking a lot of time as we have under 1 minute remaining, 55 seconds, as the Crusaders will approach the line of scrimmage now quickly. Kohut drops back, and he will fire the pass on the far side. It's Vincent on the reception, and he is taken down quickly.
Picked up a short 2.
Out of bounds to stop the clock with 38.5 seconds remaining.
It will bring up 4th down.
You notice all short, precise passes, which is good. That's how you get it going and get some confidence in you.
Correct, and it is 3rd down.
They have a 9-play sequence here, Steve. Maybe they could take one in. But they got to do it quickly.
Now, Kohut is in at quarterback wearing number 12, so we don't know what happened with Rutkowski. Is he out due to injury? As Kohut will set them down. With an I formation in the backfield, did see movement on the defensive line, and the toss will go to Vincent, and Vincent barreling for a Crusader first down.
Timeout.
It's good for a first down.
It's about a 10, 11-yard gain.
So we have a timeout on the field, and while we have an opportunity, we would like to thank all of the great people who make Adams Cable Friday Night Football possible. Of course, the Comfort Doctors, T.E. Spall & Son, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, by NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield, by Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Mix Excavating and Paving, McGovern Insurance Agency, comprehensive coverage with a personal touch, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street. And of course, your starting lineups for today's game, presented by the Roselle Department Store. And tonight's game also brought to you by your friends at Adams Cable Service. New set of downs for Holy Cross from the Chargers' 16-yard line. We'll see what head coach Joe Giorgio elects to go with here. And this time, Kohut will work out of the gun. Kohut back to throw, rushes on, lets it fly, looking end zone.
Yeah, you had a man.
Had a man open, but off the mark.
But he was rushed.
Well, Holy Cross right now talking it over. They need a big play to take some momentum into the locker room at halftime. 2nd and 10. Berardi and Vincent, wideouts on the top of your screen. Justin Mills on the near side. Kohut back to throw, rushes on. Oh, this pass was almost intercepted. Almost picked off.
Pass incomplete.
And he did have a man open, Glenn. He just
did it. He underthrew the receiver.
Underthrew
Yeah,
just a touch.
Well, they're in a 12-play drive here. Now it's all up to Carbondale, see if they could stop them from getting one into the end zone. It's 3rd down, right? 3rd and 10.
Well, this time, Kohut will come up under center.
He's got them all spread out.
On the 3rd down play, he'll put a man in motion, Vincent. And Kohut will drop back, dumps it off, and it is caught by Vincent off the deflection.
I mean, it went right through the arms of the defender.
It will bring up 4th down.
Picked up 1 yard on that pass.
Now that's a tough way to make a living. 3rd down and 10. Chargers can actually pick up a first, or Crusaders, I should say, could pick up a first down just inside the 5-yard line. But it's 4th down and 6 yards to go. Another timeout call by Holy Cross and head coach Joe Giorgio in his 5th year. So for Holy Cross, if they can get some people healthy again, Glenn, next week they'll have Columbia Montour Votech, then Holy Redeemer, and a tough game with Riverside, at Riverside. Then they will be at home with Old Forge. They will be at Trail. That's going to be a difficult game. And then Susquehanna on the schedule.
I hope they have 3 or 4 games that they could be in if they're healthy. Yeah, that, looking at the situation, it's tough again with it's not the numbers that they need. Of course, they're a very small school, as you said. They're playing hard though. I got to give them credit.
Well, here they come to the line of scrimmage on 4th down and goal. 4th down and 6 from the 10-yard line. Kohut dropping back, rushes on, looking end zone, and the pass is off the fingertips of his intended receiver, Jonathan Mills. And Carbondale area holds defensively. Great defensive stand by the Chargers with 12.5 seconds remaining.
Bend, but never broke.
Good job by the Charger defense, and they will take over possession of the football. Well, with the Chargers up 32-7, I don't think you're going to see anything here crazy from head coach Jeff Arthur. He's just going to, play out the remaining time, get his team into the locker room, and get set up for the second half.
For that matter, just take a knee.
That's what they're going to do. As Bichetti will come up under center. Yeah, he's going to hand it off. Wow. Of course, Holy Cross, I believe, was out of timeouts. And that will bring us to halftime. In today's Lackawanna Football Conference Division III Week 4 matchup, with the Carbondale area Chargers leading the Holy Cross Crusaders 32-7 as we go to a break here on Adams Cable Friday Night Football.
Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale is committed to providing professional service in residential and commercial excavating, land clearing and demolition, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Enhance your property with new paving and seal coating, mulch, or stone. For expert service on your next project, count on Nick's Excavating and Paving Carbondale. Insurance is more than just a policy. It's knowing that you are properly covered to protect all the assets you have worked so hard to acquire over the years. For over 50 years, McGovern Insurance has fulfilled the needs and expectations of families and businesses in the greater Carbondale area. McGovern Insurance Agency specializes in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. Call for a competitive quote and superior service at 282-1170. Your protection comes first at McGovern Insurance Agency, 26th Avenue, Carbondale. Providing the ultimate in professional service is a tradition at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, Carbondale. For more than 50 years, families in Carbondale and its surrounding area have used our 2 Hospital Street and 74 North Main Street locations for a traditional service, cremation or memorial services, or a service of personal preference. Contact Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated to handle every detail.
As we bring you Get Lucky and Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. Next up, we invite you to join the celebration with We Like to Party by the Vanga Boys. This tune is an anthem for good times and good friends, and we can't wait to share it with you. Finally, we'll end the night with a defiant and energetic performance of Chumbawamba's iconic tub thumping. We'll get knocked down, but we'll get up again as we leave it all on the field. The band is under the direction of band director Megan McDermott, assistant band director Gabriela Talarico, drill coach Selena Rosa, assistant drill coach Nicolina Buskowski, volunteer coach Tina McDonald. Your featured twirlers are Martina McDonald and Lily Thornton. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Marching Chargers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it again for your marching Chargers. And ladies and gentlemen, if you purchased a 50-50 ticket this evening, please check your tickets at this time. The winning ticket for tonight's 50-50 drawing is 820526. Once again, that winning ticket, 820526. Please report to the press box to claim your prize.
Welcome back to Carbondale and the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex for Adams Cable Friday Night Football, where the Chargers have dominated thus far over the Crusaders, leading 32-7 here at halftime. Well, Glenn, Chargers took advantage of every opportunity here in this first half, and they really put it all together up big time here at halftime as we go into third quarter action. So let's run down the scoring summary and all of the numbers for the Carbondale area Chargers.
Well, as we could get them, Steve, and see them, hopefully we're close.
Would you like me to turn on the light?
No, we're good.
Okay.
We're good. All right. With 9:44 to go in the first quarter, Roman on a 4-yard run for Carbondale. Gabriel's kick was no good, 6-0. Tressou comes back for Holy Cross with a 28-yard run. The kick is good. We have a 7-6 Holy Cross lead. That's with 4:01 left to go in the first. With 40 seconds to go, Roman in a 2-yard run, which Bacchetti and a 2-yard run for the extra point is good. We have Carbondale's lead is now 14-7. Then Carbondale scores again with 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. Vaglino on a 13-yard run. The extra point is no good. It's now 18-7. Then Keegan Kuna on a 17-yard TD catch. Gabriel's kick is blocked. And then finally, with 5:06 left to go, Banderas in a 2-yard run. Gabriel's kick is no good again. So the score at halftime is 32-7. Now, Roman, these will be unofficial because it's hard to see the numbers. Francisco Roman had 9 rushes for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. Caden Vaglino had 2 rushes for 24 yards and a touchdown. Cole Balderas had 5 rushes, 49 yards and a touchdown. Cole Bacchetti had 31 yards passing. The plays for Carbondale were 23. They had 7 first downs, and he had 1 penalty for 5 yards. For Holy Cross, Chase Rakowski had 1 run for a -2 yards and fumbled. Shimoleski had 1 run for no gain. Chris Traverse had four runs for 36 yards and a touchdown. Noah Davis had 1 run for 5 yards. Jonathan Mills had 1 run for 4 yards, and Kevin Vincent 8 rushes for 53 yards. They ran 29 plays. They had 6 first downs, and what hurt them a little bit is they had 5 penalties for 35 yards. So a young team for Holy Cross, inexperienced, few mistakes made. Carbondale takes advantage of them, and without question, Carbondale's out to a 32-7 lead. Now, Carbondale has a pretty good schedule coming up. They're going to have some tough games, but without question, they're going to have to be ready for, I believe it's Dunmore next week.
Well, on their schedule, Glenn, as we take a look at things, coming up next week in Week 5, it will be Dunmore. Then they will go on the road and take on Montrose, and that is a game that they should win.
Yeah.
You know, you have to take care of those games, but the key games are going to be coming up in weeks 7 and 8. If you want to challenge for the Division III title, Lackawanna Trail and Riverside, both games here at home.
Yeah,
so you have the home field advantage. What you need to do, take advantage of it.
Now, you need to, in my opinion, Carbondale needs to be a little bit more set and ready to play. I mean, they seem like they're a little confused out there a little bit when they run the ball. I mean, they've got Francisco. Oh, he is quick, right? You got Vaglino out there running up, Alderis. They have plenty. But Ketty is who probably should be a running back, but was, again, as I said before, thrown into quarterback spot, doing a great job.
Right.
Now, but I think he needs to carry the ball a little bit more himself. I think he's that kind of a player that he could break one.
Right. So for Carbondale, Glenn, if everything goes good, depending upon how things go, Carbondale could end up, they have the opportunity to end up with a 6-4 record at the end of the season. But the key games coming up, Dunmore is going to be a test coming up in 2 weeks. And when you play Dunmore, Trail, and Riverside, that is going to give you a much clearer picture of what kind of football team you have, because you're being put to the test.
You're being put to the test by 3 great programs,
right?
Without question.
Absolutely.
But if you looked at last year's games, they lost by a point to Dunmore.
That was last year.
Yes. They lost to. Did they lose to Riverside last year?
They did lose to Riverside, yes.
Yeah, and that was in the end of the game too, I think.
They lost to. Here's what they did last year against Dunmore. 1 point loss, 7-6. Against Trail, they lost 39-6. Against Riverside, 17-8.
All right. Okay. So they were in the big games. No reason why they can't be again this year. But again, a little bit more organization, a little bit more togetherness, and do the right things and make the proper plays and hustle, and they're coming along nice. They look good out there.
Right.
They look good. I'm pleased with what I see for Carbondale.
Well, some halftime scores. Abington Heights leading Valley View 21-0 at halftime. And Wyoming area over Lakeland at halftime, 22-14. Trail beating Dunmore at the half, 21-14. Delaware Valley all over Scranton Prep at halftime, 24-7. Mid-Valley leading Honesdale, 20-14. That game in the third quarter. And of course, we still have a second half of this one to go. If the Chargers continue to play the way they have been playing thus far in the first half of this ballgame, they come out, Glenn, and put a couple of touchdowns on the board. This game is going to move along quickly.
Well, they will. Though did they get the ball in the first half? I believe they did.
Yes.
Yeah. So they just have to go. If they go out and stop Holy Cross a couple of plays and out, and then come down and score, I think it'll be tough for Holy Cross to come back at all. And then we don't know exactly the reason why the starting quarterback was out either. So, but I give Koha he completed the 7 passes. He shoots 7 passes for not much yardage, but at least he threw the ball well. He came in there and played well for them in a backup role or whatever. Hopefully there's no injury to Shimoleski.
Well, a quick reminder, we will be back in action 1 week from tonight at Lakeland High School when the Chiefs will host the Sabres of Susquehanna. Looking forward to that matchup as, Lakeland has really been rolling. Right now they're down at halftime against Wyoming area, but Lakeland putting it all together, and we'll see how things play out if in the second half of that ball game against the Warriors. But next week, Susquehanna Sabres will be in town to take on Lakeland. We will have coverage of that game for you coming up next Friday night, 7 o'clock. On the Call Spall scoreboard, Chargers leading 32-7. We'll step aside and go to a break and come back with more after this timeout on Adams Cable Friday Night Football.
Today, we customize everything. So why not customize your video choices with Echo Stream, the full-featured video service powered by Adams Broadband. Just install the Echo Stream app on your compatible streaming devices. Then watch with features like Look Back and Restart, plus Cloud DVR to record all of your favorite programs. Powered by fast, reliable Adams Broadband and smart Wi-Fi. Customize your video. Call or visit adamscable.com to sign up.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son have been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 40 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall.
Here is your second half kickoff, and it's not going well for the Crusaders as they are forced to down the football at their own 9-yard line as Jonathan Mills couldn't get to it and did the right thing. Some senior leadership right there, falling on the football, and Holy Cross will start deep in their own territory, first down and 10.
Those are the things that Holy Cross has to clean up in order to be effective.
So the Crusaders operating from their own 10-yard line. First and 10 as we open up the second half of play. And Kohut back in there at quarterback for the Crusaders. And they fumble the football and they fall on it. Good job right there. Not a clean exchange as the handoff went to Chris Transu, and he fumbled it, did fall on it, so no damage done, and they didn't lose any yardage, so it will result in second down and 10 yards to go for Holy Cross.
Yeah, you can't make those mistakes.
Well, Matt Dick will lead Holy Cross to the line of scrimmage on the second down play. And a busted play right here.
No gain on the play, brings up third down.
So third down coming up for Holy Cross as they are struggling now offensively, starting off the third quarter of play.
You know, you don't handle the kickoff, and then you have a bad snap, and it just seems like everything is starting to fall apart.
Tough way to start the second half.
You come out of the locker room with an idea and a game plan to try to improve the situation, but can't make those type of mistakes.
Loss of 1 on the last play, third down and 11. Jonathan Mills will be a wideout on the near side. As Kohut will have an I formation in the backfield. We did have movement on the defensive line. No flag on the play. And this will be Holy Cross with Chris Transu. And a big hole off the left side. He went behind the blocking of Brandon Fidel. He's 310 pounds, 6'3". And Bruce Conrad, a sophomore at 5'11" and 220. They did a good job on that left side of the offensive line, opening up the hole for Transu. And it's fourth down, so the punting unit will come on. And it will be Mills to boot it away for Holy Cross. Got a good snap. kick with a lot of hang time. And it's going to get a Holy Cross roll and bouncing around at the 43, and it's going to be picked up by Carbondale. I think they took Holy Cross by surprise right there.
On return, drop into Crusader territory.
As that was Francisco Roman. He was thinking about letting it go and then decided, hey, I'm going to pick this thing up.
Did I see a flag come in?
I don't see a flag on the monitor, Glenn, but the officials are talking it over.
Hold? Was it a hold on Carbondale? They missed the call.
Well, the officials are still trying to sort it out. And they're still getting together to talk it over. 9:10 to play here in the third on the Call Ball scoreboard. Gee, I'm getting hungry. I might call for a takeout here.
Maybe that's what they're saying. Where are you going? Well, I'll meet you for breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know what we have. There's the flag. I thought I saw the flag.
Yeah. Well, they continue to try to sort things out. And the official walked all the way back inside the 15 with the football. Now he'll spot the football at the 21. And
is that one of those
where Carbondale will have it?
This penalty on you and this penalty back to you or something? I don't know. I have no idea what's going on out there.
Now, will Carbondale have a new quarterback in the lineup? Let's check this out. Looks like Nick Zaccone is going to run the Carbondale offense, with the Chargers up 32-7. Now, we saw Zaccone, pretty good arm, Glenn. He threw a touchdown
in the
pass
Lakeland
in that
game,
Lakeland
didn't he
game.
not? Yes. Yeah, I remember that.
Well,
anytime today, boys.
Well, if they're still, they have two footballs on the field. So one is going to have to go to the near sideline, and there it goes. Almost, yeah, now it's on the far sideline. There we go. We're finally ready for more football action. As Zaccone will run the Charger offense. Off play action, Zaccone looking in the end zone, got a man open, touchdown.
Wow, nice pass.
David Myers with the reception for the Chargers.
Where was that? Where was the line of scrimmage? I heard
20-yard line.
20, okay.
Well, Zaccone put it right on the money, and it's 38-7. Boy, the flow to this third quarter is very slow, as Levi Gabriel is on for the extra point for the Chargers. Good snap. Gabriel's kick is low.
Again, every one of them was low.
No good. Your score.
Well, the Chargers capitalize, and they now lead 38-7 as we go to a break on Adams Cable Friday Night Football.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son have been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 40 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall.
Back in Carbondale for this Week 4 matchup. Salute to service game here at the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex. Chargers up big time over Holy Cross, 38-7. They will now tee it up and kick off to the Crusaders. 2 are deep now for Carbondale area. Pretty good kick. And this is fumbled by an up back at the 41-yard line.
Boy, it's a feel for Holy Cross. They just can't get out of their own way.
Takes over, 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was Noah Davis on the kickoff, and Holy Cross will go back on offense as we now have under 9 minutes to play here in the third quarter on the Call Spall scoreboard. Well, Glenn, we talked about what a great month of September it is with Major League Baseball season winding down. We've got pennant races.
Good college football games.
Great college football as Kohut hands it off, and Holy Cross will take it off left tackle. A lot of great high school football matchups, and the season moving along at a rapid pace.
Short gain on the play, 2nd down.
See if we have an update from Boston. Yankees up over Boston, end of 5, 2-0. Boy, a low-scoring game. Usually when you get the Yankees and Boston together
is that in New York?
It's in Boston.
It's in Boston. Well, still a short right field porch, too, right there, yeah.
You have the Green Monster, and 2nd down and 8. Kohut under pressure. He'll keep it. He tries to turn it upfield and then runs into a lot of traffic.
Kohut on the keeper.
Good pursuit by the Carbondale defense. Holy Cross right now down 38-7, looking down the barrel of 3rd down and 8. Kohut will send Chris Transu wide on the bottom of your screen and set up with an I formation in the backfield. Kohut on the toss play. Transu will turn the corner and not too much there, but he's close to a 1st down. Got a little more than we thought, Glenn. Coming up,
I think he got it more than enough. Yep, picked up about 8 on that.
That was a nice run. Stephen Oakley in the ball game for Carbondale, coming up to lead the way defensively for the Chargers. And once we got going, this is a very quick moving third quarter as we are nearing the 6.5-minute mark. Jonathan Mills is split wide on the bottom of your screen. Berardi in the slot, inside handoff on a trap play, and that is Noah Davis. And Davis will carry the football out to midfield, short of the 1st down by a couple of yards.
Hand off to Noah Davis. Gain of about 7. 2nd down.
Well, Holy Cross right now looking to sustain this drive as they are in a second down and short situation from midfield.
If they get rolling, they have some speed on their team too, Steve.
Kohut will survey the Charger defense. Kohut flips it outside. Transu trying to turn the corner. Flag on the play. Right in front of the Holy Cross bench.
Yeah, that was a late flag. That might have been a hit out of bounds. It's very possible.
Well, while we have the chance, I would like to say hello to our good friend Joe, a good friend of the broadcast team here at Adams Cable Service. I know he's tuned in tonight. Joe, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. Great to hear from you. Hope you're doing well.
Well, I didn't see anything happen out there. I thought the flag was thrown.
Well, the Crusaders did.
Oh, there they go. Okay, they're way down. Yeah, 15-yard.
Yeah, chain gang finally getting the sticks moved on the far side of the field. So Holy Cross with an all-important first down to sustain the drive, and Transu is caught after he took the handoff. Caden Fitzgerald, the freshman free safety, coming up to make the hit at the point of attack for Carbondale area defensively. Well, once we got on track now, Glenn, after the officials got things sorted out at the beginning of the third quarter of play, things are rolling along quickly now. And for the Crusaders, they hope to sustain this drive.
For the Crusaders, you think, play this game out, get yourself some time on the field and make your corrections and be better off for it the next game you play.
Luca Berardi is in the slot on the top of your screen. As Kohut will take the snap. Good protection, fires downfield, got a man open, and incomplete. It was intended for Luca Berardi, the sophomore.
It was there. I was on the money, too. That was a great pass.
Well, when you have some younger players, it takes a while to maybe develop some skills. And Berardi was out there open, but just could not haul it in. So the incompletion will stop the clock here in the third quarter on the Call Spall scoreboard. Try to keep you updated on some high school football scores around the area, especially ones locally that are of interest. Oops. Crusaders now with third down and 11. Once again, they will go with the ground game. Transu tries to turn the corner, but couldn't get the cut as the defense was right there for Carbondale.
Just Transu brought down. Brings up a fourth down for the Crusaders.
22-14, Wyoming area leading Lakeland in the third quarter. Now fourth down and 10 now for Holy Cross from the Charger 34. If you're the Crusaders, you really want to try to pick up this first down.
To keep the momentum going.
Keep the momentum going. You've got good field position. Try to keep it going. Try to sustain it as Kohut will drop back, and he lets it fly, and this pass is going to be caught.
Kohut's pass is complete.
I thought it was an interception, but let's check this. It's a good catch. Jonathan Mills comes up with a great catch for Holy Cross, and they're knocking on the door.
He might have been taking it out of. He took it out of the defender's hands.
That was a great catch, great throw. So the Crusaders now will be knocking on the door against the Chargers with 3:01 to play.
I don't know, Jonathan Mills. Is that what that was? Looked like an interception.
And right now, from the 10-yard line, Crusaders on the move. They'll keep it on the ground, and they don't get much at all, as Carbondale area defensively was right there.
Kirby in on the stop.
Jaden Keller was also right there. Number 76, 5'11", 320 pounds to shut it down. And that will bring up the second down play for the Crusaders of Holy Cross. Second and goal from the 10, and they will go to Transu once again, but he's denied
On the top.
any yardage around that left
On
end.
the play.
Chargers strung it out and did a good job defensively.
Again, another 12-play drive for Holy Cross, but have not capitalized on so far on either one of them. But
So for the Crusaders, with just about 1:30 left in this third quarter here in Carbondale, third down and goal from the 10.
looks like Vincent's back in the game.
Tyler Kohut running the offense for Holy Cross, and he will go off the play fake. Fires, and this pass is it incomplete? It's good. Inside the 5 at about the 2-yard line.
Complete. Luke Berardi on the reception.
So Berardi hauled it in inside the 5, and it will be marked at the 2-yard line. So it's fourth down and goal from the 2 for Holy Cross. Boy, if you have to pull a rabbit out of your hat, it's right here, Glenn. There is a timeout called by the Crusaders with 47 seconds remaining. We'll step aside and go to a quick break and come right back with more Adams Cable High School football.
In the third quarter.
You need collision repair? Rely on Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center to restore your vehicle to its original condition. Beston's is a full-service, state-of-the-art collision repair center where customer satisfaction is the #1 priority. Their motto at Beston's: every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. Beston's Collision Center in Carbondale, the trusted name in collision repair in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Welcome back to Carbondale and the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex. Getting a little cold in here, Mr. Muskowski. He's putting on the sweatshirt, folks. Fourth and goal from the 2 as the Crusaders called a timeout to talk it over. Now, who do you go to here, Glenn?
I think I give it to Transu.
Well,
He seems to get a good head of steam going, and
I don't know if you want to go right up the middle against this Charger defense. So Carbondale will Carbondale call a timeout?
Yeah. Yep.
Or will it be Holy Cross?
And another timeout.
I think Holy Cross might have.
No,
the
I looked at
it was Carbondale.
The referee pointed
we'll
in
keep it
Carbondale's
right here.
direction.
So head coach Joe Giorgio really wants to talk this over, get it set, and try to punch it in and get some momentum back to this offensive unit that has struggled thus far tonight.
Yeah. They're working hard out there, though. But they have. You could see the potential in them.
Right.
Just
well,
again,
it's a matter of getting everyone together. Of course, they're missing 2 starters, Leland Wodarski and his brother Aiden Wodarski. They're both out of the lineup. So you take those 2 out. You take your freshman quarterback who was running the offense, Rakowski, out. And you know, he was doing rather well, but you don't know the situation why he's out of there.
I'm impressed with
what you really have to do, though. Kohut has done a good job. Yeah. What you need to do, they need consistency in their offense.
For sure. Yeah, but Kohut's got an arm on him, doesn't he?
He sure does. He's a good player. So this is a big fourth down play. Fourth and goal from the 2 for Holy Cross. Davis will dot the I formation, and the handoff will go to Vincent, stacked up at the goal line. He is The ball is loose, and they're denied the touchdown.
Wow. Boy, I thought he got in, but that was
It's all
great
about the forward progress.
Yep. And again,
Chargers take over.
where's the ball, not
Right.
where the body is.
Right. So the Charger defense rises to the occasion. They will take over possession of the football with 37 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. Well, if you're going to go into the end zone, Glenn, and take it in against a tough defense, you can't go in standing straight up. You kind of have to lower that shoulder, get a full head of steam. If you go in kind of standing up, they will stand you up. That's what happened on that play. They shut him down. So Carbondale defensively, they've done a great job here tonight, holding Holy Cross to 7 points. And now the Charger offense will come back out onto the football field as they will go to work operating from their own 10-yard line. Chargers send the man in motion. Toss play coming
There's
to
blockers
the near
out
side.
there.
And they have a lot of blockers and a lot of real estate.
He's gone.
And this will be a 90-yard touchdown for Caden Voglino.
Wow. Very impressive. What I liked about the whole thing is, did you see the blocking out in front of him?
That's what made the play.
Yep.
44-7 Carbondale.
From a matter of inches for Holy Cross getting a touchdown to a 90-yard touchdown run.
So from this point on, folks, we will have a running clock in this ball game, and we'll break that down for you after we go to a break.
He was on the one. He was right on the one.
No.
He was on the one.
Gabriel for the extra point, and it's perfect.
Good for Levi Gabriel.
Carbondale 45, Holy Cross 7, here on Adams Cable. Friday Night Football. We'll be right back with more.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS, Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable. When it comes to keeping your vehicle maintained and problem-free, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale has you covered. Call Jerry's for brake service, oil changes, state inspections, quality tires, wheel alignment, and rotation to enhance your vehicle's performance.
I'm Jerry Jablonowski. Call 282 Tire for dependable automotive service in name brand tires at Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale.
Levi Gabriel will kick off for Carbondale area after the touchdown by Caden Voglino. And this line drive kick bouncing around, and it will be downed at the 30 by the Holy Cross Crusaders.
Down. And Matt Liuzzo around the 30-yard line.
Now that is Matt Liuzzo wearing number 22, a senior. And the final 15 seconds will tick away here in Carbondale. And that will bring an end to 3/4 of the play here in tonight's Lackawanna Football Conference Division III Week 4 matchup between the Chargers and the Crusaders as we go to a break.
Your score at the end of the third, Carbondale area 45, Holy Cross 7.
Nix Excavating and Paving of Carbondale is committed to providing professional service in residential and commercial excavating, land clearing and demolition, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Enhance your property with new paving and seal coating, mulch, or stone. For expert service on your next project, count on Nick's Excavating and Paving, Carbondale. Insurance is more than just a policy. It's knowing that you are properly covered to protect all the assets you have worked so hard to acquire over the years. For over 50 years, McGovern Insurance has fulfilled the needs and expectations of families and businesses in the greater Carbondale area. McGovern Insurance Agency specializes in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. Call for a competitive quote and superior service at 282-1170. Your protection comes first at McGovern Insurance Agency, 26th Avenue, Carbondale.
Welcome back to the Andrew J. Sarah Sports Complex here in Carbondale. Fourth quarter just getting underway with the Chargers leading the Crusaders 45-7. And Holy Cross will be back on the offensive attack as they will face now second down coming up.
Gain of about 6.
About a 6-yard gain on the last play for the Crusaders, and we will have a running clock. We'll run this down for you after this. The rules running for the running clock after this play, as Holy Cross will send Jonathan Mills wide on the bottom of your screen on 2nd down and 4. And they will go with the running attack. And wow, they get a nice run across midfield into Carbondale territory.
Hand off to Henry Selesky. Good for a Crusader.
That was Henry
first down.
Selesky, 5'10", 175-pound senior, good for a first down. The 35-point rule: upon completion of the first half of any interscholastic football game at any level of competition or any time during the second half, when a team gains a 35-point differential over its opponent, the clock shall be stopped only when an official's timeout is taken, a charged timeout is granted, a period ends, or a score occurs. Once implemented, the mercy rule remains in effect even if the differential becomes less than 35 points. And Glenn, I would like to know if that ever happened.
Short gain on the play.
I don't know.
I don't know. That would be something that we would have to check into.
On the field.
So the officials talking things over now, with Holy Cross trailing 45-7. And we do have a flag on the play. And it will be called against Carbondale.
10, 15? Not a good penalty. What was it?
Didn't see a sign. But it does move the football to the 26-yard line of Carbondale area, and Holy Cross now is on the move. Kohut hands it off. Transu going off the right side, still going.
Chris Transu on the carry.
So Transu, following his blockers around the right end.
First down.
Got a good run and another Holy Cross first down.
They're running the ball well now. Too little, too late, though.
Right. First down and goal from the 10 as we have under 9 minutes remaining with the running clock. As Kohut up under center, hands it off, and Shaluski in for the touchdown, a 10-yard touchdown run. Henry Shaluski
on the carry.
So Holy Cross answers with a touchdown. It's 45-13. And Holy Cross will attempt the extra point. Xander Schaefer, senior 6 foot, 160 pounds, on for the point after touchdown out of the hold of Chase Rutkowski. And it's going to be Rutkowski trying to keep the football heading for the end zone for a 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion.
8:38 left here in the fourth quarter, 45-15 as we go to a break on Adams Cable Friday Night Football.
Insurance is more than just a policy. It's knowing that you are properly covered to protect all the assets you have worked so hard to acquire over the years. For over 50 years, McGovern Insurance has fulfilled the needs and expectations of families and businesses in the greater Carbondale area. McGovern Insurance Agency specializes in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. Call for a competitive quote and superior service at 282-1170. Your protection comes first at McGovern Insurance Agency, 26th Avenue, Carbondale.
Holy Cross tees up the football, and they will kick off to the Chargers, 2 are deep for Carbondale area. And this line drive kick. And it's returned up to about the 45-yard line. Carbondale area will take over possession of the football with the running clock. We're at 8:25 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Well, while we have the chance, Glenn, we'll take a look and try to update the scoreboard, the Call Spall scoreboard for you. And, of course, Glenn will have the Call Spall call of the game. And, Glenn, you have a lot of paperwork there, so I don't know.
I have it wrapped up in the pocket.
Wrapped up in the pocket. Well, when we have about 2.5 minutes remaining in this game, we'll have the Call Spall call of the game for you. You know, you'll definitely see some second-team players in there. Wyoming area leading Lakeland 31-14 in the third. Dunmore and Lackawanna Trail in a barn burner, tied at 28 in the fourth quarter.
What do they have? Too many men on the field? So somebody just ran off, obviously. Maybe that's it. It's hard to tell the numbers.
Well, the second unit is in there for the Chargers. And it looks like Zaccone still running the offense for Carbondale, and he will spin. Oh, they handed it off, and the running back slipped right there. So for the Chargers, taking the handoff.
Brings up second down.
And we don't have his number listed on the program, I believe, Glenn. We'll double check that.
What number are we looking for, Steve?
I believe 45. And we'll confirm that on this next play when they come up to the line of scrimmage. See who's in the backfield behind Zaccone. As Zaccone will survey the Crusader defense. I'm going to take the play clock right down. Zaccone will spin and hand it off, and they go with the running attack, and they will take the ball across midfield. Great run right there. That's number 35, Glenn, actually. So that is Nick Roman, a 5'3", 125-pound sophomore. So he picks up Some great yardage for the Chargers.
Probably 13 yards.
So Carbondale well on its way to their third victory of the season, as the Chargers now will face 3rd down and 3 from the Crusader 47. And Zacone, toss play. And once again, they're going to Nick Roman, and Roman has speed and turns the corner and carries the football to about the 32-yard line.
Good for a Charger first down.
Two carries, 29 yards.
Well, Holy Cross, hopefully for the Crusaders, who will be back in action next week, as they will play
now what
Columbia Montour Vautech, followed by Holy Redeemer. Hopefully they will get healthy.
But was there a penalty?
Glenn, I didn't see a flag, didn't even see a signal from the official.
Where he stopped to where he is now, that's 25 yards difference.
Flag on the play.
So with 4.5 remaining, Carbondale now 3rd down and 13, as they will go to work from their own 43. And Zacone is just going to throw it away. Nobody open, so Zacone let it go. And the 4th down play is coming up. Well, for Carbondale area, they will take a 3-game winning streak into next week's battle against the Dunmore Bucks here at home.
Should be interesting.
That will be a true test.
Considering last year lost by a point late in the game. A 7-6 game, I believe it was.
4th down and 13. Zacone hands it off. They will just run it and take it up to about the 48-yard line.
Brought down by D. Musau. It'll be a turnover on down.
So the Chargers give up the football.
There's a flag on the play.
They will go back on defense, but there is a flag on the play. With 3:03 remaining, we'll get ready for the call of the game. And there is a timeout on the field.
You ready?
I'm ready for the call spall. Here it is, folks.
Out of the pocket. Caden Buglino in the third quarter. 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Broke out with an entourage of blockers in front of him, and he just ran by everything for a 90-yard touchdown run, and that kind of settled everything, kept the clock moving from that point on. Everybody was out there. Everybody was in a good position. I give the call spall play of the game to Caden Buglino with the help of some great blocking.
And, folks, that is our call spall call of the game here tonight in week number 4. So with 3:01 remaining, Holy Cross will go back on the offensive attack. Holy Cross overall will fall to 1 win and 3 losses. They will be 0-1 in Division III play. Carbondale area will improve their overall record to 3 wins and 1 loss, 1 win and no losses in Division III. And that will set the stage for next week's big matchup against the Bucks of Dunmore. Now we have another whistle.
Anytime today, boys, if you want to finish this game.
Glenn, 2:54 remaining, and they'll be, of course, we have the running clock, so the officials just have to try to get everything sorted out.
If they get the clock started.
Yeah. So next week, we invite you to join us when we will travel to Lakeland for Adams Cable Friday Night Football, when the Susquehanna Sabres will come into town to take on the Chiefs of Lakeland. Well, Lakeland was rolling. Last update we had, they were losing to Wyoming area.
Well,
Susquehanna, of course.
That was supposed to be a tough game for them, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Looks like the Chargers will keep the football. Third down and the Casey Highway, Glenn.
Wow, yeah.
Zacone, off play action. He was thinking about letting it go. Now, there's a flag.
Flag on the play.
Well, you have 2:24 left. You might just want to keep the football between the tackles.
Another penalty against Carbondale. These officials seem to be going into the rule book here this whole second half.
Fourth quarter, Wyoming area 31, Lakeland 14.
Hasn't changed.
Fourth quarter update, Dunmore and Lackawanna Trail deadlocked at 28.
Ooh, that must be a gem down there.
That's a good football game. And the Yankees up 4-0 over the Red Sox. Bottom of the seventh.
Yeah, we have to get those Yankees in, don't we?
Well,
I have a brother-in-law who's a diehard Yankee fan, and he is a statistic nut. He can tell you stuff that happened with the Yankees back before he was born.
He's on the play. Flag after the play.
He knows everything about them. But he calls up, and somehow the conversation turns to the Yankees. And you know how it goes, Steve. Either you're a Yankee lover or a hater.
That's it.
For some apparent reason. But,
well, folks, if you're just tuning in, Carbondale led 14-7 at the end of the first quarter of play. But then they really put it all together in quarter number 2, and they held a 32-7 advantage at halftime. At the end of 3, Chargers were up 45-7. Holy Cross came back with a touchdown in the fourth quarter, and that's where the score is at this point in time, 45-15.
Now we have another penalty. What?
Another penalty as we play out the final minute and 40 seconds of tonight's contest.
Wow.
Here in our Salute to Service game 2025. Great to have you with us tonight. Glad you joined us for all of the action of high school football. Crusaders now have the football, first down and 10 from the Charger 43-yard line. Kohut will look and hand it off, and this running play looked like it had a chance, Glenn, but then the running back got tripped up, and that was Henry Shaluski.
Gain of about 3.
Picked up a couple on the play, and the final 55 seconds will tick away.
Well, it was like a game of minutes. First score for Carbondale, then didn't take it long for Holy Cross to score, and then Carbondale seemed to take over for a quarter. Then Holy Cross came back.
Shaluski taking the toss, and he barrels off right tackle for a couple of yards. And the final 20 seconds will tick away, and Carbondale will win the football game 45-15. Congratulations to Jeff Arthur and the Chargers. Good luck to the Chargers in next week's matchup against the Dunmore Bucks for Holy Cross. Good luck in their battle next week when they will host Columbia Montour Votech. And that is going to wrap it up here at the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale. Thank you so much for joining us for all of the action here tonight. And it's all been brought to you by Adams Cable Service, by the Comfort Doctors, T.E. Spall & Son, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, by NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield. Also brought to you tonight by Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Nick's Excavating and Paving, McGovern Insurance Agency, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street. And your starting lineups for today's game, presented by Roselle Department Store. For Glenn Muskowski, Claire Seymour, and Carly Allison, I'm Steve Young. Till next week, so long from the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex.